Let me tell you something that might sting a bit. Most bad management isn't malicious. It's completely accidental. It's people who get promoted because they were good at the last job, not because they know how to lead people. One day you're the top performer, the next you've got a team, no training, and zero clue what good management actually looks like. You'd be shocked how many of us start their career this way. I did. And building an organization with such managers can be a problem, because according to the Chartered Management Institute in the UK, 1 in 3 people have left the job because of bad manager. Not the workload, not the salary, just the person. And if that doesn't terrify you a little as a manager, well, it should. Here's the kicker. In the UK, there are over 2.4 million people in management roles with no formal training. Shocking, right? They are what CMI calls accidental managers. I love this name because this is exactly who I was. My name is Marcel, I'm a chartered manager, but 20 plus years ago, I was an accidental one. And in reality, this is the most common progression path. There's nothing wrong with being an accidental manager, at least initially. The problem starts when you don't do anything about this. Accidental managers are everywhere, especially in fast-growing startups, small businesses, and yes, even corporates. And the results? Toxic cultures, high turnover, burnout, and a sneaky little feeling across the team that no one really knows what they're doing. Today, I want to talk why this happens, how to spot it, and what you can actually do about it. Because if you're a first-time manager or leading a team of new managers, fixing this isn't just a nice to have. It might be the single most underrated way to boost performance in your company. So let's get into it. So what's an accidental manager? It's simple. It's someone who's been promoted into management role without being taught how to manage. It might be a brilliant salesperson, a killer developer, a detail-obsessed operator. No one ever taught them how to coach, how to delegate, give feedback, hold performance conversations, or crucially, set culture. They're expected to lead people with the same skills that they used as an individual contributor. And that's like asking a chef to run the restaurant just because they make a great risotto. It's not the same job. And if you're in that position, or you've just promoted someone into it, the first step is to realize this isn't about talent or intelligence. It's about tools. And a lot of accidental managers don't have any. This is where this channel steps in. Now, here's the part people don't like talking about. Accidental managers cause damage. Not because they're bad people, but because they're overwhelmed. They are underprepared and often winging it on instinct, ego, or habit. The CMI research found that 82% of new managers take on the role without any formal training. And guess what it leads to? Micromanagement, poor communication, zero clarity on expectations, inconsistent feedback. There's the whole plethora of issues. Teams who feel directionless and undervalued are on top of them. And that, surprise, surprise, breeds exactly the kind of culture where people want to quit. That's not a motivational problem. That's a management problem. And here's the twist. When those managers do get training, everything shifts. Productivity improves, retention stabilizes. People actually feel like they have a purpose. My first training literally opened my eyes on the road ahead. Okay, so why does this keep happening? Well, it's relatively simple. Most companies still treat being a manager like a reward, not a skill set. You're good at your job? Great. Here's a team. Figure it out. But managing people is an entirely different career path. It's emotional labor. It's communication strategy, organizational design, culture shaping. It's everything that it wasn't before. You wouldn't let someone drive a forklift without training, would you? But somehow we hand people the power to make break someone's day, their job satisfaction, or even their careers without a playbook. And part of the reason is cost. Training sounds expensive, right? Wrong. You know what's expensive? Attrition, disengagement, middle managers who block progress because they never learn how to get out of the way. The return on investment of decent manager training is absurdly high. But because it's not visible on a spreadsheet, a lot of companies ignore it until it's too late. You can usually spot an accidental manager in the wild by one of 3 tells. Number 1, they do everything themselves. They haven't learned to delegate, so they hoard work and they burn out. Number 2, they avoid hard conversations because no one taught them how to give feedback without crushing someone's soul. And number 3, they focus on tasks, not people, because it's what they know. They measure success by output, not engagement, culture, or growth. And to be clear, none of that is a moral failing. It's just a training gap, and the responsibility lies with the senior management. But if you're leading a team, it's your job to close it and guide those above you. Alright, so what does good management training look like? It's not a 1-hour webinar. It's not reading a blog post. It's not vibes. It must be structured, it's repeatable, and it focuses on practical skills. It must be stuff like setting clear expectations. It's how to run effective one-to-ones. It's about giving real-time feedback, coaching, instead of fixing, delegating without abdicating. Its ability to navigate through tough conversations, and it's shaping culture through daily behaviors, knowingly, intentionally. Now, it's the stuff that's invisible when it's working, but painfully obvious when it is not. If you are in HR or senior leadership, investing in this kind of training should be a strategic priority, not just a checkbox on someone's personal development plan. In reality, I know these things have a nasty habit of not happening. I also know that if you don't ask, you will never get. To bring it into reality, I want to share my personal experience here. So this video doesn't sound like a sermon. I was an accidental manager too. I got promoted because I knew the business, I could ship work fast, I could handle pressure. But when I got the team, I had no idea what I was doing. I overworked them, I avoided conflict, I gave really vague goals and even vaguer feedback. And guess what? They underperformed because I underled. The first year we scraped by, but I knew how bad things were, and I was determined to introduce some improvement to the way I, not others, operated. It wasn't until I got coached, read the right books, shadowed better managers, and started asking for real feedback that I actually became one. And if I could go back and do one thing differently, it'd be this. I'd ask for training on day one. Alright, here's the takeaway. If you're a new manager, don't fake it till you make it. Get trained. If you're leading new managers, don't assume they'll just figure it out. Help them. They only know what they know, because accidental management is killing performance culture and retention. And the fix isn't heroic leadership on some magic playbook. It's boring, effective training, repeated, often, embedded deeply. You don't need expensive MBA program. I would even say no one should do them until they have 5 years experience in line management under the belt. Start softly with the basic leadership course. Focus on getting to know yourself. You need to understand who you are first before you start managing others seriously. The most important thing here is to recognize you are an accidental manager. Congratulate yourself for landing this very important step and work out on improvement plan. If anything that we said here sounds familiar, comment in the video below. What's your story? When did you realize you were an accidental manager? Subscribe and like. We have more content on management coming soon. I'll catch you in the next one.